Hey guys, sorry I haven't been checking in. I've been dealing with craziness just like all the rest of you, and it definitely put me off my game for a little bit. But I've reevaluated what I'm going to do here and at the pantry garden, and I'm ready to show you what that's going to look like in theory. So what I was able to do last weekend was set up these 3 raised beds. They're 4x4. I found them on Amazon. The 3 were about $110, I think. So I have them set up here. I put cardboard down in the bottom, and then some compost that hadn't quite composted, and sticks and things like that, and then soil on top. And I used 5 bags that were 2 cubic feet each. And I really probably should have lined these better or dropped them down into the dirt a little bit, because we had heavy rain and I see like some of the soil washed out. Hindsight, etc. So that's what those 2 look like. I need to get more soil for this one. Right now it just has really gross looking compost in it. I'll spare you the details on what that looks like because it's really nasty. Earlier today I came out just to kind of clean up that's where my compost was living, in that back corner, and I realized that the fencing there in the corner didn't quite, see if I can get in closer, right there, down there at the bottom, didn't quite meet the ground. So that might actually be how the groundhog was getting in last year, and I just didn't realize it. So I put some things there. It's a very cobbled together enterprise. I put some things there to hopefully keep him out. His burrow is actually, I don't know if you can see that over there. That's his burrow, is right there on the other side. I think he located there on purpose because of the close access to my garden. So I'm gonna do what I can to keep him out. I'm gonna try some different things this year than what I've done in the past to hopefully grow things he just doesn't like. So if you were following along with my Instagram last year, I showed you a picture of a really, really beautiful, really giant, scary looking spider. And this, my friends, is what I believe to be her egg sac. And it's giant. It's like the size of a good sized grape. So I liked having her in my garden. I know that spiders do a lot of good for nature, etc., keeping bugs out and such, but I'm a little scared of what's going to come out of there. So just keep me in your thoughts for when that hatches. Okay, so what I'm going to do here today, and I'm actually going to theoretically set up the camera so that you can see what I'm doing, is start some seeds here. Hopefully I don't lose more soil. I don't know how much more heavy rain we're supposed to get, and I'm not actually positive that that's what happened here, but it's what it looks like happened here. So I'm going to start some radishes and some lettuce in this bed here, and probably that bed there, just because radishes especially, and I have some in my pocket here, radishes especially, like that's a bad example. This one, okay, so we've got cherry bell radish, and they mature in 20 to 50 days, it says. It's not really focusing because I have it set as on a far away thing. And then I have French breakfast, and they also say 20 to 50 days. So I'm going to put those 2 in both beds, and I actually also have sparkler white tips as 20 to 50. And then I have this other really neat one where you eat the tops instead of the root that grows. And these don't have a, oh wait, there it is on the side. Days to maturity. Sprouts in 3 to 6 days. Frost hardy, yes. Blah blah blah. It doesn't say days to maturity, but you're eating the tops, so you probably just choose when you want to eat those. So I have those, and then I have lettuce because I'm gonna do I have a couple mixes that I want to use up. So I've got this salad bowl mix, days to maturity 40 to 60, and then this pine tree mix that's very similar. So I'm gonna do these two. We're looking at middle of May as our last frost date, and that's when I'm going to be putting out the things that go in these beds, like the okra and the eggplant. So actually what I'm going to do is, I forgot, is the front half of that bed is going to be potatoes. So I'm only going to do the lettuce and stuff in the back half of that bed. That's where the okra is going to go once it's warm enough. And this one is onions and things like that. So I'm going to do the whole one of this as lettuce and radishes, and I'm going to hope everything doesn't wash away. So that's why I'm starting it today. All right, so let me just get this set up and I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, hey guys, I can't really figure out how to set this up so that you can see all of me. I'm going to have to play around with that. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing is more important. Come in here. I have my friend Ruby with me today, so I've got to keep an eye on her too. Come on in here. Come in here, baby. She's busy. She's very nosy. So, I have to say that I've been not doing a lot of my garden stuff, and I'm really, really happy to be out here. So, I'm just going to kind of figure out how I want this to be laid out, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to do this one as we're going to do like a half thing. So we're going to do about half, kind of it's all very ish. We're not being very specific about anything right here. And then I'm going to do kind of in quarters, I think. I have 4 different types of radishes, so I'm gonna do a quarter of each, and then all of these will finish in plenty of time. So I've got this quarter is going to be the sparkler white tip, this quarter will be the cherry belle, this quarter back here will be French breakfast, and then I have this rat tail one, and that will be back there. Can you see my friend back there? I realized in my pocket I have a radish mix, and if you watched my Facebook lives from the pantry garden, this I believe is the mix that I used when I was having issues with them becoming leggy. So I think I'm actually going to do some of these so that I can maybe hopefully get to the bottom of that particular problem. So I'm just going to work this in. So instead of doing 2 quarters here, we'll break this into thirds, and we'll do these 3 varieties. So sparkler French tip, French breakfast, and cherry belle here, and then the rat tail radish over here in this quarter. So as I'm doing this, I'm not really sure that watching me do this is really going to be of much interest, so I'll be back. Ruby, do you want to be in my video? No? Okay.